Hello and welcome back to Pendor. We're going to be doing this Noldor tournament, and I'm not going to skip the Noldor tournaments, mostly because they are just so incredibly dangerous. Well, as you can quite clearly tell, yeah, I tried for the jump and slash, that didn't really work out too well, but I do have some pretty decent two-handed weapon proficiency, so I should be able to beat most people, even Lethal Durin, in a one-on-one. So hopefully we're actually going to have something similar to that happen this time as well. Come on now. Not very good damage right there. Oh dear, we're losing quite a few of our forces straight away, but... Ah, there we go, there's a nice kill from me, and maybe we can get another one as well. Oh, no. There we go, we got it. Okay, so now I can basically just skip it. Yep. We can just skip it ahead. Oh dear. Oh dear. Okay, no, I'm blocking for you. I'm blocking. No, I'm not. I'm not blocking for her. Oh, that's bad. Oh, well, at least she's alive. Oh, wow, she's literally murdering. Okay, that's absolutely fantastic that we had two of our companions against us right there, because that really makes everything so much easier. Anyway, two teams with 4 fighters each. This is maybe going to be a little bit problematic if they all focus me. Why are they all focusing me? Is it because we only have archers? Yes, that is indeed the reason we only have archers. That is very, very funny. I'm surprised that no one has actually killed anyone else on the enemy team right here. I mean, they've killed one person so far, which is not really... That's not particularly amazing, I gotta say. But maybe if I just lead them around here... I mean, these guys literally have no shields, and yet they're able to avoid with 3 Noldor units this entire time. Very strange. I don't know what's going on with these guys, because they seem to be somewhat useless for some reason. I'm not sure entirely why that is. That doesn't seem to be a... That's not a classic thing, is it? No. They should be much, much more dangerous. But apparently not. Yeah, look at that. Okay, hopefully this guy, if I just bait her into coming this way. Can you... Oh, wow, that was not a very good shot, sir. Oh, there we go. That was a good one. Thank you very much. Okay, that was a nice one, I gotta say. Okay, I'll give you props for that, fellow. Alright, so now we can actually do a one-on-one. Oh, no. Okay, well, we just got to do the standard little shimmy step right here. Nothing really to worry about. We can literally just do this. As long as you've got the right timing, you should be absolutely fine. Yeah, that was all she wrote. Now let's hope that we get a Qualis gem. No, we did get armor pieces from the Noldor Council, however. As you can see, we just gained a better helmet than what I have. Okay, hello. Who would have expected that? Not me, that's for sure. Is that all I got? Really? I just got a helmet and gloves. Oh, and some boots. Oh, okay. Well, the boots, yeah, okay, fine. The boots are actually alright, but the helmet is looking fantastic. Thank you very much. I will definitely be wearing that, even though it is not... It's not really giving king to me now, is it? No, it's not really giving king. But, yeah, you know, it's good enough. It's good enough for what it does. Anyway, we did, well, obviously end up winning. Did not get a Qualis gem, which I gotta say is kind of sad. And there's Serain. He's actually come back now. I should probably actually make him into a vassal or something like that, I assume. So let's go ahead and do that. Would you be interested in holding a fief? I have no idea which fief to give you, so I'll just give you this one. There we go. I really have no idea which one to give them, to be honest. Alright, there we go. Okay, so he's obviously going to become a vassal now, and he's hopefully going to do relatively well. As far as I'm aware, he does come along with some unique troops. I think Serain comes along with Raven troops or something like that. Don't quote me on it, I'm not entirely sure, but yeah, we'll see what happens. Anyway, so, as I said to you beforehand, I was basically just going to go away, and then we were going to go back into MARLEONS after the Noldor tournament, and that's exactly what we're going to do. So we're going to try and see if we can maybe take this. Leslie finally advanced to level 16. I'm not entirely sure what's taking her so long, but there you go. Anyway, she's leveled up, and we can finally get her, and I'm actually not going to be speccing into first aid here, but we're going to get her another 2 points in engineering. Because this is really going to make a huge difference, or hopefully it's going to make a huge difference, in us being able to construct our ladders just that much faster. Oh dear, now we're getting bandits attacking me. Thankfully these guys are not going to be particularly dangerous. Or at least no, it's this one. This one should be really easy for me, so yeah, we can actually just do this. There we go, nice easy snipes. And it's actually helpful, very, very helpful indeed, that these highwaymen are attempting to shoot me. because them shooting me basically makes it so that I can just take 4 damage, because they just basically do no damage, obviously. I mean, I've got really good armor on at this point, and their gear is obviously not going to be particularly good, but anyway, there you go. Okay, so first of all, what we want to do is we want to make sure... I'm going to get another baggage train, I think, for 2 various loot. We're just going to get another one of those before we head off. And I also want to make sure I don't sell anything too amazing, so I'm going to keep the Noldor stuff, and I'm going to maybe move it into the loot screen when we are looting our next battle, and hopefully that's going to mean that some of our forces will want to take it. Maybe they will, maybe they won't. Ah, we've got a bolt of velvet here, which is exactly what I was waiting for. That's absolutely perfect, actually. So what we can do now is we can move our court here. So we can basically just do this, establish Laria as your court, and then you can go into the castle, and then your fellow is going to be here, your little minister guy. And there you have it. Yeah, pretty cool, right? Yeah, that's actually what I was waiting for. Okay, so we can schedule a training session with this fellow as well, and we can get we can get another baggage train. That's actually quite nice. Okay, let's do that. Why not? Okay, so that means I don't even need to spend the various loot if I don't want to do that. Let's train the town steward. It's only going to take 3 hours. We are actually gaining some pretty decent amounts of noble recruits right now as well. As you can see, we gained 8 right here. I'm not entirely sure how that happened, but all right, I'm fine with that, thank you. And we're also increasing our relation with the town as well, which is obviously fantastic. And we can, of course, do other things here, like we can hire civic patrols, for example. So you can see here that we're actually going to really increase base income and all that wonderful stuff. Okay, hello there. All right, that sounds absolutely fantastic. Let's do that. Anyway, we are now going to make our way over, and hopefully we'll actually do a relatively decent job at Marley. Oh, never mind. Never mind. All right, okay. These guys actually will just get murdered by us. If we can get into a battle with them, they're not going to survive very easily. That's the thing. They're not going to survive. So let me see if I can actually just get my free company to get into a battle with these guys. We can hopefully do that. Duke Brennus, I really want to teach this guy a lesson. Oh, okay, wait. Did he... Yeah, oh no, no, okay, wait a minute. Gotta be careful. They will... Yes, okay. Perfect. Ooh, that was close. That was real. That was really close. All right. Very, very pleased that we were able to get that particular engagement. If we hadn't, it may have been a bit of a problem. Anyway, okay. Also, I just got to mention something real fast. I'm not actually going into the Noldor castle at the moment to search for a Noldor bow or anything like that, even though that would be very useful for our companions, if not me. Because obviously, in the end, I'm going to get a rune bow. But here's the thing. If I were to go for, you know, an Noldor bow, it's going to cost me a lot of cash. And I don't really have the cash to spare. Because if we want to afford the map, we're going to need 100,000 or around that. And I don't really think that we have the capital to really deal with that. So that's the main reason why we're not really looking at the merchant in there, even though I would love to, you know. It's more a case of, well, if I had the cash, then I would obviously do that. That's why it's very, very highly recommended, if you're not doing a series, to just spend a little bit of extra time just getting yourself some cash. You know, just try to get at least, I don't know, 500k or something like that, just so that you have a pretty decent amount of money just lying around, and you don't even need to worry about things. So you can basically just be like, yeah, okay, I'd like to get access to the mines now, please. And then you don't have to do all this busy work in between. You can actually have a much easier time of things like that. So that's just a little... I mean, I think I've said this before in the series, but that's just a little tip in case you are indeed wanting to play along, or you are playing along and maybe you're starting your adventure or whatever. Yeah, it is highly recommended just to get a little bit of extra cash than I did before actually joining a faction. And it's also the reason why, personally, I would also probably recommend becoming a vassal before you do anything like that too, because then you can actually claim some fiefs, and claiming those fiefs actually makes things so much easier for you when you do actually declare independence, because then you won't have to do that really risky maneuvering like I did, where I had to capture a castle first, Whereas if you're a vassal, you do have the opportunity to gain a town if you are super lucky in the timing of your chosen faction's siege. Because there have been moments where I have actually been able to gain a town just purely from them voting for me. But that's because I didn't have a fief beforehand. That is the only reason why that actually happened. So yeah, it really does make a huge difference. Obviously, it also helps if you have a fief nearby as well. So if they give you a village on the outskirts of their borders or something like that, then you can just cross your fingers and hope that it's actually near a fief that you want. Anyway, I'm not entirely sure what this relation with this guy is actually going to get me, but it's probably not going to be that much. Anyway, let's just put these things in here. And we're just going to tell our people just to take that stuff. As you can see, there you go. They've all equipped things. And then we can actually just take this stuff and then sell it on. There we go. That sounds great. Not going to take any of these prisoners. Don't see the reason for that. And this guy's going to go in there as well. And here we go. And now we're against Duke Brennus. This is obviously fantastic. Perfect, perfect. And this is basically going to allow us to take Marleons with very little harassment. But you see exactly what I'm talking about. I was talking about this in the previous episode as well. Enemies do tend to regenerate their armies very fast. And I mean, yes, Duke Brennus can have an overall... I think he can have an overall... I don't know, company size of like, what is it? 200 or so? Yeah, I think he does have an overall army capacity of 230 or something like that. Anyway, the point is... he already has 100. He already has 100. And look at how many of these guys are Knights of the Lion. And I'm probably going to die here. No, am I? No. No, as long as I don't as long as I don't see the wrong end of the lance, I should be absolutely fine. But you know how it is, you know. It can just very, very easily sneak up on you. So you got to be a little bit careful there. Anyway, yeah. Let me see if I can maybe do something here to waylay a couple of the polearm wielding fellows and maybe do a little bit of damage with my horse, and then we should be absolutely fine. Oh, that guy is just going straight on in. I'm not a big fan of that fellow right there, but hopefully my forces will be able to kill him. Seems like my biscuit sergeants are actually doing a really good job of basically just murdering everything when they get into melee. When people get into melee with them, they've got these massive two-handed axes and they destroy shields super, super fast. So I think that's probably the reason they can literally just obliterate any shield, and especially when it comes to these Knights of the Lion, they're going to have pretty good ones. So being able to destroy shields is definitely going to make a big difference overall to their survivability. So we can only hope that that kind of happens more and more often, and it just means that we've got a bit more faith in our own archers whenever people get into melee with them, because usually archers, you know how archers are. They're usually either going to be really dangerous in melee, or they're going to be useless in melee. And and I'm talking about obviously vice versa in regards to their ranged attacks as well, because most archers are going to be really bad with ranged attacks and then good with melee. Obviously I'm not talking about Pendor here, I'm talking about other things like base game stuff. Like for example, the Nord archers are not particularly good with their ranged attacks, but they are quite strong with melee. However, that doesn't discount them. I'm not saying that discounts them from actually being good at, at ranged attacks. I'm just saying that they are the worst in regards to ranged in comparison to the other factions. Can't believe I have to say that every time. Oh, I do have to say that every time, don't I? Anyway, let's just take this guy prisoner because he's a bad egg. He's a bad egg, and hopefully it's going to get me some extra cash, and then we can move on and we can see if we can get another couple of people invested in this next fight. Alright, so I just finished 2 additional, actually maybe 3 additional battles against these Salian vassals, and this guy actually came along. Mr. Livius Dux, he came along, and we we kind of helped him out a little bit because he was actually getting ganged up on by a bunch of these Salian vassals, and as you can see, we actually took 2 of them prisoner. These guys are both bad-tempered, so why not? Let's just, well, ransom them straight away. Why not? And now we have finally over 100,000 once again in cash. And as you can see, there's Duke Alamar there. He's going to be... oh no, please. Is he really going to go into Marleons and actually defend it from the inside? He's going to do that, isn't he? I have a bad feeling about this. Okay, fine, fine. I'm going to oh, are you joking? You're trying to kill my mercenary company. Well, that's absolutely fine. I don't actually mind if you do that, but I would very much appreciate it if you would not do that while we are attempting to take a town. Oh, man. This is this is not going so well. Let's just say that. This is not going so well. I was obviously kind of hoping that we could take Marleons in this episode, and so far we have just been waylaid completely by the utter, I don't even know what, the utter enormous annoyance that the wonderful vassals from Sarleon are capable of doing. And as I said, this is not even on the highest campaign AI setting. Can you imagine if we had the highest setting on? This would be even worse. Oh my, that's crazy. Anyway, hopefully we're going to be fine here. I mean, I'm pretty sure we will be, because let's face it, this guy probably isn't going to really have too much that can really do damage to us or anything. And I will be able to get quite a few kills here as well, which is obviously nice. And yeah, actually, funnily enough, I don't know what it is, but whenever I'm commentating, I literally just die over and over again. But when I'm not commentating and I'm just playing, you know, super nice and easy, I literally basically take very little damage and I get a lot of kills. I don't know. I guess it's the concentration, right? Yeah, it's probably the concentration being split, because I'm definitely talking about something important, aren't I? Yes, every single second of the video I'm talking about something important. Not. Obviously, I'm joking. Anyway, yeah, there you go. That's it. That was very swift, wasn't it? Yeah, but as you can see, our allies literally only have 7 troops on the field at the moment. It kind of feels to me like what I need to do is actually get rid of the Free Company and hire someone else, or maybe just hire them again, because it feels like they are, well, they're quite clearly out of their depth right now. So I'm thinking, you know what, should I just say I don't need your services anymore? Okay, there we go. And we're just going to go in and fight Duke Alamar by ourselves. He's going to be maybe slightly difficult, but I think I have quite a lot of faith in my own troops right now, so maybe we're going to be okay. Let's just see here, because basically the last couple of fights that I've done, I literally have not really had too much support from the Free Company, because most of the time their units are either immediately eliminated, where they basically do nothing, or they are already eliminated and they have a very small presence on the field as it is. So it doesn't really help one way or another. I mean, yeah, sure, maybe they're absorbing a little bit of damage here and there, but that is pretty much all that I can really think of. Anyway, hopefully we're going to be able to bait some of these guys. Basically, this is what I've also been doing. This is what I've been doing. These kinds of maneuvers right here, because look at the amount of cavalry that are actually attempting to murder us right here. And obviously, if I can just get around them and just do damage, I don't even need to do damage technically. You know, this is not something that I am required to do by any means, but it really does make a huge difference to the overall success of our army, which is quite astounding, really, if you think about it. You know, it's pretty cool. I like that, at least, and we can actually do a little bit of damage here and there to some of their ranges of the Clarion Call as well. This guy is going to do massive damage, yeah, as you can see. That is pretty heavy. This guy actually lost his horse, so we can probably kill him. Yes, we can. This fellow lost his horse as well. We can take him out too. I'm actually going to get sniped. Whoa! I can't believe it. Look at that. And that's exactly what I'm talking about. What's really funny is one of the previous fights that we had, or that I had off screen, where I was actually fighting against, I think it is the Hereward guy, right? The Hereward guy. He has a bunch of Larian Sentinels as household troops. Thanks to those of you in the comments for letting me know about that, because I was really perplexed. I was thinking to myself, wait a minute, this guy's not the fellow that has Laria, but apparently household troops are a thing, and that basically means that certain lords can just generally have these knighthood order units just because they are their household troops. So that's something that is very good to know, because that means that some people can be really, really dangerous, and we're going to have to be a little bit more careful with them in the future. So if we see Mr. Hereward somewhere, he's probably going to be someone that we're going to be a bit wary of, just because if he's accompanying someone else, Iron Circle Centurion fellow, or I don't know, Shadow Legion, or Guardian Empire Knights, or whatever, you know, what is some other knighthood order, they're going to be a pretty lethal combination. But yeah, anyway, the point is, what I was trying to say is that in one of those previous fights, I literally was running around these guys, I was running around these archers, and basically taking 0 damage, and then as soon as I do the commentary, boom, 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 I get headshot, 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 dead. I don't know what it is. Anyway, this fellow is going to be extremely cool to get if we can actually get him, so I'm just going to continue letting him go. It's highly unlikely we're going to be able to get him anytime soon, but you never know. Maybe we'll get lucky sometime in the near future. Let me see if I can get rid of something here. I guess I'll just get rid of this cheese, take the gold bar. None of this other stuff is particularly worth it for me. I will take the Rangers of the Clarion Call to sell, even though they're not really going to do too much for me. And Adonia actually advanced in level. Very nice indeed. Okay, so we can actually get another point in this. Now, what do we want to go for here? Well, probably increase her riding skill a little bit, increase her weapon master a little bit too. She is basically a horse archer, and she's our spotter, tracker person. So I'm basically just leveling up her intelligence as much as I can, and anything else that her combat stats allow her to do. So yeah, basically what we're going to do now is, thanks to the fact that we actually changed our court into Laria, I'm now technically able to just go straight on in here and speak to the fellow, speak to the minister, and then we can basically just hire a thing right here. Ooh, hello, wait a minute, I have the ability to hire other things? Ooh, Unicorn Knights. Yes. Sir Timothy's Knights were hired by King Barney. Yes, very good. Well, maybe this is going to be good, maybe it's not going to be good. Knights of the Unicorn. 141 of those suckers. Okay, what? Wait a minute. Knights of the Unicorn? Can I actually see them? No, right? Oh, wait, I might be able to. No, Falcon, Dragon, Lion, Griffin. Okay, I don't see them. Knight of the Phoenix. Okay, Why? Why can I never see these guys? I have no idea. Oh well, never mind. I have no idea what kind of stats they have, but I guess we'll just have to leave it the way it is. By the way, this is my current standing right here. I just thought you'd want to know. Just for interest's sake, so you can see here, that's my renown, honor, right to rule. These are my friends, of course, you know, which was basically my vassals for the most part. And we have 49 noble recruits, and as well as I won 6 Noldor tournaments so far. Hopefully we're going to be able to win more. I'm going to reject this once again because we have some massive beefy units coming through, and hopefully we're going to be able to take Marleons with this fellow's assistance. That's kind of what I'm hoping for right here. I'm hoping that Knights of the Unicorn are actually going to be quite useful instead of being one of those, you know, Knights of the, you know, useless people sort of thing. You know, I'm very much hoping that they're not going to be useless. Anyway, before I go in here, I just want to make sure that I have done everything absolutely fine. And yes, we have also done absolutely fine. Great. So let's build the ladders. Well, there's one thing that I gotta say about Sir Timothy so far. He's been very, very annoying. I don't know what's going on with him, but he seems to be just running around in random directions, attacking every single villager party he can get his hands on. And for me personally, that's not something I want out of a mercenary company. I would very much appreciate him just following me, doing the job that he's been paid to do, because we paid him quite a lot. And it would be wonderful if he could just follow me appropriately, and then, you know, we do the thing that we want, and then get out of there. Which is obviously taking Marleons. That's the main purpose of this entire thing. Anyway, I'm just going to take my infantry in there. And I'm very much hoping that they have not replenished their longbowman population. That's pretty much the only thing I'm hoping for right here. Wait a minute. Are these guys not actually... Wait a minute. I only have 2... I only have 2 infantry? Are you serious? Okay, fine. Come on then, cavalry and infantry. You go in there. Alright, this is maybe not going to work out so well. Yeah, this is not going to work out so well. Unless there's basically no archers on the enemy team. Let's hope, eh? Yeah, this is not looking so good, as you can quite clearly tell. Massive amounts of archers around here. And maybe if I can just avoid getting shot and hopefully get myself onto the battlements in a little bit of time, maybe we'll be okay. I mean, basically all we got to do is just move into the courtyard and just have faith, I suppose, that our units are going to do what they're designed to do, which is obviously to murder everything in sight. That's kind of what I'm hoping for right here. So let's have a look. Are my archers actually coming in? They are actually coming in, but they're being really, really stupid right now. I'm going to tell them to hold fire because they're just basically holding position in the... Oh, are you serious? Can you actually get out of the bottleneck? Do you see that right there? They're literally just standing in the bottleneck doing, well, not very much. And yeah, that's not very good. Okay, fire at will, fellows. Okay, Knight of the Unicorn has been taken down. That's absolutely fine. I don't have a problem with that. We've paid them for a very good reason. And hopefully I can do some damage here. Nice. No. You can't shoot me, sir. Oh, that fellow actually did, though. You know, this crosshair really... never mind. I'm not even gonna bother. I'm not even gonna bother complaining about it. Anyway, let's have a look. How are we doing? We've killed 66 so far. I think we can probably... Can we charge now? Can we actually charge? I actually don't know. Maybe we can. If I can destroy these guys' shields and just get through, should be alright. I mean, there's a bunch of Knights of the Lion here as well, which might be a bit problematic. We're taking some damage, but if I can just get inside, that's all we really need to do. As you can see, some of my forces are slipping inside very nicely, actually. Not too bad. We were able to penetrate, but not from behind. So hopefully it's going to be a little bit better if we actually do get behind them. We're going to be able to do even more damage, and we're going to be able to hit them so much harder and faster. And hopefully that's going to be good. Here we go. Oh yeah, we are actually hitting them from behind now. That is really, really good. Oh no, we lost a Doom Guide. That's terrible. That is really, really bad, but it's okay. Hopefully it's going to be a victory for us here. I really don't want to retreat because, well, you know, you lose renown and all that stuff, which I don't really care about too much. We've got a lot of renown as it is, but it would be nice if we could take this without actually having any complications. Oh, I literally just took a massive hit. Not a big fan of that. Okay, well, what can I do? What can I do? I guess I can just try to... I'm going to die with one hit. Really, really close right now. Ah, there he goes. Yeah, there he goes. All right. Yeah, well, that is going to happen, you know. That's going to happen. Especially considering we did lead the charge up onto the battlements. I'm very much hoping that we're going to stop losing these Knights of the Unicorn. Not sure. They must not be very good in comparison to the Knights of the Lion, because it feels to me like... even though they're right next to my, you know, Knighthood Order units and generally some very, very high tier units, they seem to be dying pretty fast. But maybe, maybe we're actually turning the tide here. Maybe we're actually turning the tide. We might actually see them do a little bit more. Yeah, I don't know what kind of stats they have. Kind of wish I would be able to search for that troop, but I don't think I can. Yeah, well, whatever the case. We ended up losing a Biscuit Sergeant. I'm thinking we're going to be fine here, and we've just got to stick around. We basically just have to stick through this troublesome spot, and hopefully we're going to be okay. I actually hope that some of my forces will actually start to move towards the archers. That's actually what I initially wanted to do when I got onto the battlements. But, yeah, for some reason, I just wasn't able to get around, because most of my forces were blocking me at the time, and I thought, okay, well... what can I do? Yeah. And I was just like, yeah, okay, I'll just focus on some of the guys that were coming in from the reinforcement wave, and that was pretty much it. But it seems like, yes, we have now started to close in on the archers, and it seems like, indeed, this is going to be a victory for us. So we will have taken Marleons. Now, there is a castle nearby, which I think is a siege tower, but I don't know what other kinds of layouts they have. I don't know what other kind of layout it is. So in other words... if it's an easy one for archers, or shall we say a moderate one, and not something that is completely anti-archer, we should actually be alright, you know? We might be able to do something pretty impressive at that point, which would be really nice. But obviously that is, you know, again, it's a big if. We don't know. And that looks to be it. The final enemy has been slain, and we didn't actually do too badly. I gotta say, look at that, 30 renown. Not the greatest amount of renown, but we barely lost anything, just purely for the fact that we actually took out all those longbowmen beforehand. I think that's pretty much the only reason. Otherwise, we're just gonna let this fellow go. He's martial, so it shouldn't be too bad to let him go, and then we'll just... Well, I actually wanted to take this, but it's only 3,400. I don't know whether it's worth me taking it. I guess it is kind of worth it. So I will... Oh, man. Okay, yeah, I'll take some of them. And what else do we have going on here? Okay, we got some rogue Blackheart Knights. We got some of these fellows. Let's take some of those. We got some squires as well. They will eventually become knights as well, which is actually pretty good. You know, not too bad. And then we can just move on from here. And we can actually give this to Sir Rain if we want to do that, or we could give it to Anson. I think we'll probably just give it to Rain. I'm a bit worried about this, actually. A bit worried about giving him this, but I'm going to do it. Because I kind of want him to be, you know, equipping his forces with some pretty, you know, big army. I want him to have a big army. That's pretty much the reason why I wanted him to have this. And otherwise, we'll go into the tavern. Let's see if we have anything else here. Yeah, well, I guess we'll get these guys. This guy will eventually be able to level up into, you know, hero adventurers and things like that. So obviously that's going to be really nice. Otherwise, I think we are pretty good. I just sold a bunch of stuff. I can actually get some sausages and dried meat here. That's going to hopefully improve my morale a little bit. My morale is actually excellent. Oh, never mind. I thought it would be a lot worse, but no. It's actually not doing too badly. We got some more Doom Guides leveling up too. And we also have Julia leveled up. Okay. She's actually got 50 wages right now. I'm actually really surprised about that too. Anyway, let's see what else we can go for with her. She is a horse archer as far as I'm aware, so the best thing that I could do with her is probably to give her some riding skill. I'm thinking some riding skill right now. I'd like to give her some more weapon master as well, but I think she's doing all right in terms of proficiencies, you know, considering. And yeah, otherwise everything is looking pretty good. And we have taken this. So as you can see, Sir Rain did actually put a garrison in there, so that's really nice too. And Talon Castle is nearby. We will be attempting to take that, but in the next episode. I thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.